Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of BODDIE versus Banner. You all have been together for 7 years, is that right?
Yes.
You were recently engaged.
Yes.
But you broke it off because you believe he's cheating.
That's right.
Okay, tell us why you're here today.
I'm here today because I want to know if I should truly marry Quentin. I don't believe that he is completely faithful, and I believe that he is untrustworthy at times, and I just really need to know, for the better sake of me and my children, that I should proceed with making an effort to go ahead and marry Quentin.
So whether you're going to make an effort to proceed with him depends on what happens here today?
Yes.
What does your gut feel like?
It's like complicated. I feel like my heart wants to marry him, and then the things, the attributes that he shows me goes against what he says. So he may say, hey, I love you, I want to be there, I want to marry you, but you're not really doing that. If you wanted to marry me, you would have married me. And if you really love me, you wouldn't do the things that you do to me to put me down and to make me feel less of a person.
So you've already put this marriage on pause.
Yes.
So if you should find out he is, in fact, cheating today, you're done.
Possibly.
Possibly.
And that's what's eating up at you?
Yes.
Mr. Cullen, it's a heart and a head thing right here.
Yeah, I can see that, yeah.
And as a woman, I get that, where your heart is like, I love you. And your head is like, why are you doing that?
Right.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Banner,
Yes,
you've
sir.
heard what's at stake here. Why are you here today?
I'm here today because we were supposed to get married, and a week or two before we were actually supposed to do it, she cut off all communication with me.
Okay, so you feel like she left you at the altar.
Basically, that's basically what you did.
But she's now opened this case against you because she's still not trying to get to the altar because she believes you're cheating, right?
Right?
Okay, so my question to you is, how do you feel about all this?
I mean, I feel like you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't be like, I want to be with you when I want to be with you, and then when I want to be there, then you want to push me away and do all this other stuff.
Now, here's the thing. I know women. I met a couple. I am one. And women want to be with a man who loves them.
Right.
So, and most women, honestly, have been planning their wedding since they were 3 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Since 3?
Yeah.
You were planning your wedding since 3 years old?
Well, I knew what was coming, so I started planning before then. So, no.
So
but
you had a real head start on me then. I didn't start at 3.
Yeah, no, you put on the sweater and act like you're walking down the aisle. Every girl plays wedding.
All right, that's good to know.
Note to file.
Note to file.
So she's been playing wedding for a long time. What is it that's happened that makes her think she doesn't need to marry you?
She just known me to have certain women problems.
Ah.
And it's not like it's a regular thing, but she's smart. Like, she hacks my account and stuff. Like.
All right, so do you think she's paranoid or is it insecurities? What do you think is
I think it's all
fueling
that. She be tripping sometimes.
All right, so Ms. Cutler said there's a conflict between your heart and your head. What is it about your heart that's keeping you with him?
I know how he used to be when we first met, and I know the type of family he was brought up in. It's like, I feel like sometimes you're trying to be this person that you're not, but in some aspects, you're taking on that side so much that it's just kind of continuous to play out.
I don't think it's been
Okay,
like
so
that.
tell me what it was like in the beginning. We said when you first met. Tell me about that.
Okay, when we first met, it was nice, it was sweet. He didn't give me no issues. We actually met in a skating ring.
Do you skate?
I don't skate that much, but, you know, I wanted to learn. He just didn't teach me like that, but...
You know, we met at a skating rink.
Really?
No, for real.
Yeah.
Okay, well, basically what happened was he worked there, and he skated there. And he started doing like little skates and doing little tricks and stuff from me and grabbed my hand, and I was like, what is this?
Oh,
And
so you were a
like
smooth
skating.
skater and a smooth talker.
Oh, look.
Yeah.
I try to do a little something.
Look at those, look at that, look at that.
Okay, so I gotta tell you this. So I saw him, well, actually, I was getting ready to fall. And he helped me, kept me from falling. Well, I was such a bad skater that I couldn't even catch up or tell him thanks, but I did get a good look at him. And I thought, And he had on black pants and a black shirt. And so when I met him actually in real life, because that was our meeting at the skating rink, I told him, I said, you got black pants and a black shirt. He said, how do you know that? And I was very specific about whose shirt it was and all that. He said, how do you know that? I said, I know everything. But it was because I saw him at the skating rink.
And she's been telling me she knows everything ever since. All right, so from your perspective.
How did we meet?
How did you meet?
So I'm working there. I went on my little cigarette break over there. So I'm smoking outside, and this car pulls up under the vestibule, and this girl gets out, a little light-skinned, pretty little thing with this long curly hair. I was like, oh my God, Jesus has answered my prayers today. I'm about to go get her right now. I don't need no other girl once I get her. Like, I'm good.
Anyways, now we're here. Now we're here, and as you can see from what he's saying, he's like, oh, you know, she's gonna be the woman for me, this and the third. Okay, but I'm still not. Because you're still with all these other women, and it's frustrating.
But I'm not.
But you are. You are. You have sex with other women, multiple women.
So you ain't been with nobody?
I've been with one person outside of him. And that's the main thing he uses against me. And it's like, I feel like that's like the ultimate for him.
Because you always hold stuff over my head, but you've been with somebody too, so how can you keep holding stuff over my head?
I've been with one person. I've been
Does
with
that
one
matter?
person.
You still with somebody else.
I've been with one person on the strength of you doing what you was doing to me.
You gonna, what?
We was on a little break. When Quentin came back around, I left him. I didn't hear nothing about him. I did. That's not a lie.
All right, so, Miss Boddie, you believe that he's cheating now?
Yes. I believe that he is still intimate with either another female or multiple females. I feel like he is somewhat of a womanizer, and he doesn't recognize it in himself because he uses women to get what he wants.
What am I using?
Different women.
What am I using?
What are you using? You use them for their car. You have sex with them. You do different
never had
things.
my own
They
car.
bring you things.
All right,
you
Miss
had a car
Boddie.
before.
Now.
You had
Miss
a car
Boddie.
before, but
Miss
you
Boddie.
use them to get what you
Miss
want.
Boddie, do you have specific evidence that he is in fact cheating?
Yes, I do.
All right, talk to me about that.
Yeah, we were at his mom's house, and what happened was I waited till he fell asleep. I waited till he fell asleep so that I can go through his phone, as he stated, I know his codes and stuff. And I read some of his text messages from different females, some in particular that I wasn't fond about at all.
What kinds of things did these text messages say?
Sexual things. I want to have sex with you, or I want you to please me.
That's what I say?
Mr. Banner, I'm going to give you a chance.
The females will be telling him, oh, I want to do this to you, I want to do this. And he's just leading them on like, okay, yeah.
Mr. Banner, you want to talk, now talk. Why are these text messages in your phone?
First of all, just because I get text messages, I don't have to be the one sending the text messages, sending some freaky stuff. That don't have to be me.
But you're entertaining.
You don't have to be the person sending them, but you are the person receiving them. So what we want to know
I'm
is...
guilty.
Moreover, not just receiving them, but responding to them.
Okay, so why are you receiving and responding these text messages from other women who want you to do these things for them? You wanted to talk. You were interrupting her while she was talking. Now it's your turn to talk. What you got?
Like, we and her have a real on and off relationship. So a lot of time, like, we'll be together like today, and 3 hours from now, she will hate my guts. By Monday, she'd be like, I love you so much, and I want to work everything out, and da-da-da. If you say you want to be with me, you don't want to be with me. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
So you keeping options. You are like, well, she don't want me now, so who else want me?
Exactly.
It's
And
not
then,
really
oh,
like
I don't
that.
need you now because she got me back. You keeping your options open.
He's so disrespectful that he showed me a video of a female seductively dancing for him. And I said, what are you getting out of this? Like, why are you showing me this? I feel like he wants me to be this certain type of sexual person that I don't always want to be.
And you have this belief that he's cheating because of the text messages, because of the other women, because of the video.
Yes, that's why I think he's cheating. It's not only that, it's because of the way that he puts me down in certain ways. And it made me feel like I wasn't worthy of anything. So I found myself trying to do things to please him, even different sexual activities. And I would be like, you know, he'd ask me, oh, do you like it? And I'm like, yeah, because I'm so afraid of losing him. But then I sit here like, he should be freaking afraid of losing me, because there's so many different people out here that want to be with me. And he's like, sometimes when I tell him that, he's like, oh, so this only because that guy want to have sex with you and this and that and the third. So he makes me feel like I'm not smart. He makes me feel incapable of doing things.
But don't you always come back and tell me something always happened to you, and then I always gotta come to your rescue for somebody trying to mess with you or something?
But you don't really rescue me.
I don't?
All right.
But you always come to me. I'm
Mr.
always
Banner-
there
I
for
come
you.
to you because I expect you to be that person for me.
And I am there every
But
time.
you're not there
I'm
for
there
me.
every time
no,
for
you're not.
you.
No, you're not.
Bro,
All right,
who helped you when you got
Miss
into an
Boddie
accident?
and Mr.
Me.
We were both in an accident. What are you supposed to do?
All right, so to help get to the bottom of this, the court has engaged the services of licensed private investigator Eric Eccles. Ron, would you please show Mr. Eccles into the courtroom?
Yes, Sean.
All right. Mr. Eccles, how are you today?
How you doing, Your Honor?
All right, Mr. Eccles, can you explain the investigative technique that you used in this case?
On this particular case, I did what's called covert surveillance. Mr. Banner did not know that he was being followed. And as you can see, I followed him here from his job to his home location, and I followed him for a few days. Now, it gets a little exciting now.
Oh, okay.
Day one at 7:40 p.m., while he was under surveillance, a white vehicle with a female driver backs into his driveway and sits there for a few minutes. And Mr. Banner came out, sat in the vehicle, and they talked for a few minutes, about 5 or 10 minutes. He exited the vehicle, and then the lady drove off.
Did you see what was going on in the vehicle?
No, at that time, I did not.
Okay.
On day two, about 5:10, when he got off work, he was again followed. He came back to his job location. He was picked up by another female in another vehicle, and surveillance was maintained, and I followed him the rest of the day.
Two different women.
Two different women, two different vehicles on 2 different days. Yes, Your Honor.
Miss Boddie, what's going through your mind right now?
One, I thought she was catching the train and the bus to work every day. And then clearly I could see those are 2 different cars. And again, these are all females. Like he used them to get what he wanted. I don't know what the freak he doing with them, even if it's just for a ride. These are stuff that you are doing with them. So it don't matter to me what he say at this point no more. Like I'm just getting frustrated and irritated.
Mr. Banner, who are these women?
The woman in the white car, she knows. It's my play sister. It's 2 of them. Well, I call her my twin.
Who was the second woman?
The second one was the Uber driver who picked me up. That was no female to come
Did you
pick
get
me
into
up.
the front seat or the back seat?
The back seat. I didn't get in the front seat.
We're looking at the tape.
It's a little sketchy, but in the tape, you can see he walks around to the side of the vehicle, and you see him getting in. And then the car drives off.
It does appear he got in the back seat on that one. And I'm looking at his head. It looks like it's behind the headrest. All right, so you used the car service.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So, Mr. Banner, I have one question for you. Have you been cheating?
No.
All right. To further get to the bottom of this, the court ordered a forensic voice analysis, and our analyst submitted the results to the court.
Before we read these results, I'm going to give you a chance to tell your story. Don't make me tell your story from here. If there's something negative that you need to share, this is your time to come clean.
Before we open this envelope, is there anything you want to tell her and to tell us?
Lisa, you know, we be on and off a lot. And in the time that we've been off, I know I was with other women. And I can honestly tell you that I'm not proud of the decisions that I made, but when you keep going back and forth, it's hard to deal with that. It's like you have a problem mentally, emotionally. I'm mentally, emotionally, physically attached to you. So when you break away from me, it do something to me, and it makes me go elsewhere because I'm looking for what I lost. And I know my actions ain't right all the time, but I know I've been with other women.
How many times, Mr. Banner?
I couldn't tell you.
3, 5, 10, 20?
I couldn't tell you.
But you know what? This is the first time I felt you've told the truth. And I'm looking at Miss BODDIE. She don't like what you told her, but I think you appreciate the truth, don't you? How do you feel?
I don't know. I just can't trust him. So it's like, I want to hop back into something so quick and just be everything he need me to be. But it's like that other side of me is like betrayal. It's like I don't know how to come from that.
Let me say this to you. You clearly love each other. You can't run and put him out, or you run from her every time you get sideways with each other.
When you are mad at each other, when you feel you're not getting the attention that you need, the key to that is not to run and get it from somewhere else. The key is to sit down, talk about it, and work it out. Your actions speak louder than words. Act like you love each other. Act like you want to be together.
This court has counseling to help you figure that out. You need to get it, use it, and make it your life's work. As we say in this court, everyone should have a happy, healthy relationship. And we want that for you. Court is dismissed.